Good afternoon, First Phorm. It's Demetrius Stoulis here, in case you haven't seen any of my other videos. Um, I actually started this YouTube channel because of First Phorm. I wanted a way to document my training, kind of journal the process a little bit, and, have fun with it. Because, quite honestly, I've always wanted to start something, something in regards to fitness. And, the idea of starting a YouTube channel was something that was kind of in the back of my head for a while, but quite honestly, I was always maybe a little too nervous to do it. Felt that I wouldn't have any time. Um, you know, I don't really have any experience or legitimate experience in front of a camera. Um, but you know what? I figured now's as good a time as any. Maybe it'll help prove my worth here a little bit. Um, but hey, I had fun. I had fun starting this channel. I might still make videos after this challenge is over. We'll see. I do have plans for down the road. Um, but that's one benefit that I've gotten from this challenge. But anyway, kind of just want to talk about my experience a little bit. So I did the 8-week challenge back in last fall. I started at about 205, something like that. And I managed to drop down to 185. And I was very happy with my transformation. Obviously, I didn't win first place or anything like that, but the whole time I had that goal in mind. So, when the New Year challenge came around, I figured, you know what? I'm not going to miss this opportunity. I really want to go for it again. And at that point, I had, um, I guess you could say, bulked up a little bit, put on a little more water weight, not intentionally, just kind of let some of my eating habits not be as tight, as strict, just focused on training and life, work, so on and so forth. And I got up to 193 right now, today. What is it? It is March 5th. March 5th. Today I'm going to be taking my after photos. And I am right about 176, 177. So not a tremendous amount of fat loss, but enough that I believe it made a pretty substantial difference. That, and I'm pretty sure I put on maybe a pound, maybe 2 pounds of muscle, because quite honestly, I think, I think I'm stronger than I've ever been. I've been doing a lot of exercises that I've never done before, or at least haven't trained these exercises consistently in the past, but I do believe that I'm as strong as I've ever been, and I am as lean as I've ever been as well. That is evident of this. Well, the lighting's not the best, but I do have a six-pack now. And that was one of my goals for the challenge. So yeah, I got there. That satisfied one of those goals there. Um, One of the things that I've really learned from First Phorm, or been reminded of, is the importance of focusing on strength progression when it comes to muscle building, and really just bringing it back to the basics. Because for a little bit there, I kind of got carried away with the biomechanic side of things. It's kind of a big thing nowadays in YouTube fitness. Um, I do like some of the things that Coach Cassim on N1 says on YouTube. Doug Brignoli as well. He's the one who kind of got me off into the weeds over there. But quite honestly, I don't know that I saw very much in the way of progress with them. Partly because I didn't stick to it for seriously long enough period of time, but also because I don't think it was really challenging me to the degree that I needed to challenge myself. And using the methodologies that First Phorm has in their training program for the traditional training in my last challenge, but incorporating some of that into this challenge as well, has taught me to stick to the heavy compounds, really focus on moving the weights forward, and also sprinkle in isolations, get really strong with those, and vary your exercises, because it's going to build a more well-rounded physique. It's going to help you progress further, and that's what it's all about. And then as far as diet goes, I gotta say I had a pretty good time tracking macros with the layout of the app, the way that you can just scan foods, get the barcode, scan it. There are some times where I find that the macros on the labels don't make sense, so I kind of have to correct that in the app, which is possible, so that's nice. Um, but yeah, it's really cool because you get the green check marks, makes you feel accomplished. You know that you've gotten something done that you wanted to get done today, whether it's hitting your protein, getting your fiber, getting enough water. That's really nice. It is fun to track that kind of thing. Um, Another aspect of First Form, this challenge that I find so gratifying, is during my transformation, people have noticed that I've been getting, well, skinnier. Some people might call it skinnier, but others notice I've become more athletic, I've become leaner, maybe even slightly more muscular. And people around me are being inspired, which I love that, whether it's family, it's friends, it's coworkers. I've even managed to hit the gym with a couple coworkers. If I'm out of town, we'll go to Planet Fitness. Um, and it's very motivating for me on my own journey when I can see that other people take inspiration from me, because I love fitness, specifically natural bodybuilding and eating healthy, eating clean, and just putting in the work, because quite honestly, it's like a form of meditation to me. I really like to focus on each rep, make sure I'm getting the most out of everything that I'm doing. And I love the focus that I get. And I really want to spread that, and I want to share that with other people, because I feel like training, diet, nutrition, a lot of people see it as a chore. A lot of people see it as something that they should be doing, but they don't want to for whatever reason, because they've got all kinds of things going on in their life. Things can be tough, and I understand that. Everyone's got their struggles. But anyway, I see all of this as an art. It's to this level, it is not necessary, but to some level, it is absolutely crucial for people's health and well-being and happiness. And if I got to be a little bit extreme to spread that message, to get people thinking, I will. If I got to get the veins to show in my biceps finally, and that makes people go, wow, where do you go to work out? Or, do you do cardio? Or whatever they might ask. And then we're engaged in a conversation that I love having. The conversation that often leads to how people can find a well-rounded way to be a better version of themselves, and to just, well, first off, live longer, but also feel better walking around, living life. It increases your confidence, knowing that you look better than you once did, knowing that you're putting in some sort of effort, to take care of yourself instead of just others, because so many of us, we put other people first, and that's fantastic. But my biggest thing is, if you can't love yourself, how can you really give your best to other people? And I think we all need to learn a little bit about how to love ourselves. And if anything, that's probably the big message that I would like to spread through this means. Um, Back in late 2019, no big. I'm not trying to blow this out of proportion or anything like that, but I developed some pretty serious asthma. There were some nights where I would only get not 5 hours. I'd be lucky. 5 minutes of sleep, because I was just gasping for air. And my wife would she would have some pretty restless nights, just worried that maybe I'd stop breathing. But at that time I was quite overweight. I was probably about 215, 220, something like that. And I hadn't worked out for quite a while. And, I really wasn't happy with the way that I looked, the way that I felt, obviously. And it, I got a hint of what many people out there experience. And it sucks. You know, going up a flight of steps, gasping for air, I do think that COVID might have had something to do with this. I did get a little bit sick, and then I think I developed the bronchitis, or not bronchitis, the asthma because of it. Um, but yeah, so I felt like trash. I knew something needed to change, so I started doing some calisthenics. I ended up getting a pair of gymnastic rings, and yeah, so ever since then, I've been training a little bit on and off, not taking it too seriously, but enough to have lost probably about 10, 15 pounds, where I got down to 205, what I was at the start of my first Phorm challenge. And then this challenge I saw as a great opportunity, if I'm being honest, because, well, who can't use 50 grand? I mean, let's be real. I know I could. I don't want to go into the details. I don't want to bore anyone with that. And also, maybe I'm a bit too prideful. But quite frankly, I also saw it as an opportunity to really take things to the next level. And, well, I think I did. I think I did. And, with this new mindset that I've gotten, this new mindset as far as helping people, as far as a greater understanding of nutrition, a greater understanding of what it takes to achieve the body composition goals that you really want. I think I can do some pretty great things. And anyway, thank you for listening. Fingers crossed, guys. I appreciate your consideration. Maybe one day, depending on how things work out, maybe I could be a first Phorm athlete. We'll see. I mean, who knows? Anyway, guys, thank you. Talk to you later. Bye.